Hello everyone, Warangel here and welcome back to Thrones of Britannia. In the last episode we saw some changes in the campaign, such as the Anglo-Saxons establishing themselves now as England officially, something I must say I wasn't expecting to happen in the campaign. I thought it was just something that happened with the player factions. But, more importantly, and something I have to say I'm kind of proud of personally, is the fact that my General Harkin and his army Thor's Hammer managed to take the city of Dublin, as you can see just down here on the side of the screen, by a naval assault, something that I rarely do in a Total War game. It's just something that never sort of comes up. So I was very happy about that, even though we took some casualties thanks to me accidentally using some of my skirmishes and that as a hold-in action against the enemy army, so my main force can go in and capture the victory point. So that's where we left things off last time. Let's get started. So the first thing I need to do really is sort out Thor's Hammer and try and give them some new people. As you can see, we've got some replenishment that's underway, but it's going to take a little while, which is a bit bad because right outside the city we've got the Frenzy of Cuchulainn, if I've pronounced it right. Probably haven't. I have to admit, Gaelic mythology is not really my forte. It's been limited to what I've come across every so often and what I've read in the Iron Druid Chronicles, a book series for urban fantasy I completely recommend to you, by the way. So, but these guys are right outside and they're full stack and they're completely healthy by the green. You can tell them basically they got all their units are fully replenished and good to go. So we need to sort this out for Thor's Hammer. So what do we have as options? Well, we want to balance it up a little bit, at least that's how I personally like to do it. So let me see, we need 5 units. Let's get 2 units of archers, so we have 10 of them. Sorry, 4 of those. Let's see, do we have anything which is just like 1 unit by itself? We could do some more mailed axemen and some long axes, I guess. So let's see, whereabouts are you? Here, and here. And that gives us 1 more unit to try and get. Maybe some sword infantry. Let's have a look, because we did get an upgrade for them recently. So what we got? We've got Norse Hesea. Okay, you guys are pretty good. Level tier 2 troops. Okay. I got here Eastman Champions. You guys, you're identical. Why is one more expensive than the other though for upkeep and in general? Oh, hang on, they got an ability here. Let me see it. Encourage. This unit provides a morale bonus to nearby enemies. Nearby allies. It'd be useless if it was enemies. Okay, that could be a thing. What about this one? Ooh. I mean, these are tier 1, but they're also elite sword infantry. Their stats when it comes to defense are the same as the champions, but they're actually better in aggressive actions, you know, actually being offensive, not aggressive. But then they also have the ability to boost the morale of my troops, so they're a little bit more expensive, but I think I can justify the cost in this case. So let's do that, and that's my full stack done. It's going to take a little while now for them to get replenished. Hopefully we're not going to have to deal with an attack anytime soon. We'll have to wait and see though. Let me think. What else can we do? We didn't have a building slots available, didn't we? Yes. I'll tell you what, let's try this. Yeah, we can get this. So we can get a garrison to improve our garrison by an extra 5 units and reduce enemy campaign movement in the area. So let's do that. It's going to take 4 turns, so hopefully we can get 4 turns of peace before we get attacked, but I doubt that's going to happen, because I actually saw this up here as well. What's these guys? The Descendants of Niall. The Argalia. Okay. That was the problem fighting the Mede. They have a few vassal kingdoms under their control. So now, something we could try and do to help the situation is, like, Gwynedd, for example, still got an army nearby. And we've also got, who are these guys? We've got Oswage, which has got quite a few territories down here in the south. And Connacht. What's your relationship? Oh, we're at war with you guys as well. Okay, maybe that's so useful. Meerbog, is there anything you guys can do to help out? If we can click on you guys. You're a vassal kingdom of the Hermagwick. Wow, really? And you're... No, I've asked you to... Okay, never mind. We can't do anything with you guys then if you're not thing. What about your vassal, king, your overlord? Strength rank 20, I mean that's quite surprising. You don't like us, do you? The declaration of friendship is quite sufficient. Okay, we'll do that. Can we... Do you still like us enough to actually consider maybe getting something like an alliance? No. You just don't like the fact mainly that I'm a great power. Okay. That could prove out useful in the future. We'll just have to see what happens there. So that's the sort of Irish situation done, and we've pretty much reduced all my money. So let's head up now to Scotland in order to sort out what's happening here. As it's looking outside right now, as I'm recording, it's raining up here in Scotland. Right. Where's my armies gone? They're around here somewhere. Ah, here they are. Right. So you're actually going after Strathclyde. We should be able to take them out this turn then. Ooh, can we? Yes, we can. Perfect. Right. Champions of Britannia is what the Strathclyde army is. I have to say, it's a really bad name for the current situation. Anyway, let's just kill these guys off and get rid of their king with his very tall hat. I suppose it's supposed to be a crown, but it just looks like a tall hat. Maybe it's like an afro sort of thing. Anyway, we've now killed them. We're going to take the opportunity to ransom them in order to lift up our tribute a bit. There we go. So that's their king killed. That's the faction eliminated. And we've now lifted up our tribute to 54. So that's going to help out. What does that give me? 14% market to all regions and -4 enemy morale. That will help. War fever's increased. Okay, we might actually get a bit of replenishment this turn then. I think if it's below -15, I want to say, then it makes it so that our replenishment is reduced by 25%. So if we can have at least one turn with it being fine, then that's going to help out. I'm so glad that they're thinking about getting rid of that mechanic in the Allegiance update. That would be nice. Anyway, you guys, can we march you here now? So I've got two options. I can go after Northumbria, which is something I have been thinking about doing. They do have a couple of regions, but it does mean we're going to have to break the declaration of friendship I've made with them. But before we do that, I'm thinking of actually going after Din Priestway here. It's, well, it looks really badly damaged. It's actually got buildings. It has, but we can't see. Can we? Oh, they're really, really damaged. Okay. But it is a port settlement, and we need to take another 6, I think it is. Let me just double check. Oh, I've checked that mission out as well. Yeah, we need to take another 6 ports. Okay. I'll go back to missions a second. Conquer the settlements of Dublin and Castleton and eliminate Dublin. Okay, well, we can't do that with Dublin, but we can see about Castleton, wherever that is. It must be somewhere over in Dublin's territory. But can we see it? No, can't see it anywhere. Nass? It sounds familiar. We must have captured it myself at some point. Maybe I'm just trying being silly. I'm sure that I've already captured it. Anyway, we're going to be going after Din Priest, so what it would be useful is if we can get my forces nearby to deal with their army. It's a full stack and it's green here to show that they're at full strength. So maybe if we get my troops coming down here initially, maybe next turn we can get a few more units for the Valkyries Chosen so we have a full stack ready with them. What's this? His wife actually improves his influence but lowers his loyalty. It's good to know, Callie. That's good to know. Alright, the sounds of the Yellowhorn. Let me see. How long is it going to take for you guys to get involved? 2 turns. And you're going to be marching through friendly territory and trespassing along the way. You know what? Screw it. Let's have you guys march across over to here. And while you're marching, let's sort this out here. So Callie, let's give you... I would like to give you some zeal, but you can't because you're quite level-headed, which reduces your zeal. So I'm thinking, let's go for another point in Quartermaster. There we go, minus 10% upkeep costs, plus 20% campaign movement. So improves just everything by 5% of 5. Cool. Let's end the turn. Now, something I have to say I'm quite excited about before I started recording this, it was I actually came across the fact that there's a new DLC coming out for Thrones of Britannia. It's nothing exciting, I'm afraid. It's the what's it called? Blood, Sweat and Spears pack, which is basically the Blood DLC for the game. So next week, for the next episode of this, we will actually have blood in the game, which is something I'm quite happy to see. It's something I kind of miss when I see the initial Total Wars, and you think, I'm watching people getting stabbed in the face with a spear or something, and nothing is coming out of it, you know? So yeah, that will be coming out next week. It's actually available in 2 days, but since this is a weekly release, you won't be seeing it until next episode. But hey, something to look forward to. Especially since one of the things actually says about they're going to have it so like, you cut open someone's stomach, their guts are going to fall out. So that's going to be nice to see. Gruesome, but nice. Anyway, geologies, I'm sure we've dealt with this before. Rumors swept the core that your noble lineage may not be so noble, and that an alternative version of your family genealogy has been shown to people. The rumors have been traced to this man, Erland. So we can counter their claims, which is going to give me +2 influence for my faction leader, but -1 loyalty in general. Or we're going to just ignore them and give us -2 influence for Erland. Let's counter their claims and get that sorted out. So Erland's got low loyalty. We're going to have to see about sorting that out. Can we bribe him? I can adopt, seek a wife, lower influence, strip estates. Can we not... Where is it? Secure loyalty. It cost me 2,500. Did we not have 2,500? I could have sworn my income was more than that. Okay, never mind. Your influence is actually really high, it seems. I'll tell you what, we are actually going to strip you of your state. We're going to spend some money to lower your influence. That seems to be a problem right now. People now whisper about the target behind their back. His influence is now lower than mine, so that should actually improve his loyalty now. Yeah, there we go. Alright, that did reduce my income a little. Oh no, I could have swore that was higher before the end of the last turn. That might be enough before I actually recruited those new units for Thor's Hammer. That's probably it. Okay. So we still got 900 to spend. Not that it's going to be a lot, but every little bit will help. Can we upgrade you guys, apparently? Can we train you to become Javelin Men? All that looks like it does is just giving you a haircut and a new shield. Good to know. Alright, what else can we do? Governor, let's give you a point of governance to help you out a bit. That'll give me a little bit more cash. You are taking attrition, the Valkyrie's chosen. Okay, that's understandable, because you're standing right in the snow. We can't have you cross... How much does it take to go into Fortify? 50%. Can we have you cross the river initially? We cannot. Okay, let's just put you in Fortified stance, and you don't have to worry about that. Sounders of the Yellowhorn, you're safe, you're not in the snow. And then Thor's Hammer, of course, is all the way over here. Getting in peace. Well, it looks like we may have to fight a battle next turn, though. It looks like these guys are marching towards my territory, so they may come after us next turn, but at least we'll get a bit more replenishment, at least. It's a shame I can't recruit some units and merge them together in order to make them build up more quickly, but that's just going to be expensive. Let me try and do some boost training, though. We can at least give them some better weapons and armor while we're here. So let's give you that. Let's give you that. There we go. It's a little bit of... that should help out. And that's everything to do. Let's end the turn again. It still surprises me, I must say, about simply the fact that... Hang on a second. Oh, that's the Sounds of the Yellowhorn. I thought that was an enemy army, and I thought, what the hell? Why did I not see this? But I must say, I quite like the fact that even now, I'm still having quite quick turns. I mean, we're pretty much coming up, well, not near the end of the campaign, so to speak, but we're still quite far in, and yet we haven't got that many armies we have had to fight with. It doesn't seem to be a thing in this game to have to worry about, you know, having 9-10 different armies to fight with. So, what? Better watch out for you guys. So yeah, I just like the fact we still got those quick turns. I mean, obviously me commentating is making them a little bit longer. But still, it's quite nice to see. Settlement under siege, I thought it was. We'll deal with that. Infant mortality. One of my family's children, Ingi, has unfortunately died at the age of 6. That's a shame. Right, Erlen's actually gone down in influence even more, so he's not the most influential person in the court anymore. Let's have a quick look. Low public order. Brager is at risk of rebellion. I'm not surprised given the circumstance right now. And Finnboggy, you can go up. Let's give you another point in Scribe. Just to help things out a little bit over there. Doesn't help you are an imbecile apparently, but we're not going to hold that against you. Okay. Let's have a quick look down at the situation with Dublin first of all. Alright, so we're about halfway through. Okay. So they've got a full stack right outside the gate, and there's a full stack right next to them. Can we see what they've actually got? We cannot. In fact, no, we can actually. Let's do this. If I tell them to attack... We're not going to attack them. I just wanted... right now, I just wanted to do this so we can get an idea of what they've got as a stack. Oops. My fault. Double-clicked by accident. Okay, let's have a quick look. So they've got Spear Raiders, which are slightly better spearmen. A few units of Levy Spears. Levy Sword Infantry. Fianban. Oh no, it's Retinue Sword ones. Okay, so these guys are better. A few Axe units. Quite a few Javelin men. That could be problematic fighting them because they'll just be able to shoot me from range and I don't have quite the ranged advantage they do. Elite Melee Cav and Levy Skirmishing Cav. Okay. What about you guys? Basically the same army composition apart from you have some archers instead. And bloody horse boys. Oh. If you guys have been following my Wales campaign for Medieval 2 Britannia, you know I've had some issues fighting the Irish and fighting with their horse boys. So the fact that they actually feature in this game, oh, makes my blood boil. Right, we'll come back to this. I want to just check out the situation here because I've got a plan for that, but we'll get to it in a second. Now, let me see. You guys are actually marching up here. We don't want that because you're marching into my territory. So let's do this. We're going to have the Sounders of the Yellowhorn chase after them. What I could potentially do is have it that I attack them now, or we could just wait a turn and wait for these guys to get close to Doom Priest for us to be able to take it. Because how long is it going to take you? Another 2 turns. Christ, your movement's slow. Okay. Okay. Can you guys march to any minor settlement nearby? No, you cannot. Luckily for us, we've got major settlements which are going to be closer. So if they want to try and attack us, it's going to be a bit problematic for them. Christ, they've got level tier 3 spearmen. Christ, this army is going to be difficult to fight. I may have to use my 2 armies just to help me things out a bit. We'll bear that in mind. Okay. Anyway, head down to Dublin and let's sort this out. So what I'm thinking is this. I did see that we have the option for Harkon to fight a night battle with one of these armies. And since we can't go after the descendants of Niall, we're going to have to go after the Frenzy of Kukulkan. So it's going to be a little bit tough. They will have the numbers advantage since my troops haven't managed to get replenished up to full strength. But I'm hoping we will have some advantage in the battle. We've got a lot of infantry, for example, so we should be able to hold the line reasonably well. What I can try and do as well to help things out a bit is we do have a bit of cash. So can I retrain any of them, train them up and upgrade their weapons? I can. We can use a fair bit of my money to do this, it seems, but it may help out in the upcoming battle. Alright, let's upgrade the archers. Might as well give them a bit of extra damage. So you can as well. Do I want to do it for my spearmen? You know what? Sure, why not? Okay, we're going to end the turn anyway after this, so if we tell them to attack this main force, obviously we have a disadvantage right now, but if we do night attack, it becomes a little bit more balanced between us. In fact, I think it's slightly in my favour, really, and it does help that it looks like, well, these guys won't be able to come in to reinforce, but can my garrison? Yeah, my garrison can come in. I mean, they're not going to do that much, in all honesty, but every little bit is going to help. So it's going to mean they outnumber me by roughly 100 men, roughly, but I think we should do okay. The only problem is that a lot of their troops have got a fair level of experience, so That's gonna make things tough. Anyway, let's fight this out. And may the gods bless me. Oh no, we're Christian. I don't know, are we Christian? I mean, they talk... The fact that my army goes on, like, we've got an army called Thor's Hammer, and they talk about the Allfather. So it does suggest they're still following their home religion. But a fair few of our buildings and that we've managed to get are monasteries and chapels and stuff like that. So maybe the higher-ups of society for the Sudreyar, sorry, Lochlan, as we are now known as, follows the old gods, while the local population, which would be mainly Britons, and as well as long-time settlers from like the Danish countries, you know, the Viking Denmark and all that, and Norway, where the Vikings and all that came from, which have come in the past, will be able to maybe more Christian in nature. Just one of those random thoughts. Anyway, the map itself looks okay. We've got a bit of forest to worry about, but all in all it should be fine. The skirmishing, these javelins are going to be a problem, I think. Just because, I mean, my archers will have a ranged advantage against them, so we will have to focus my missile fire on them most of the time. Yeah, very poor armor. That's going to help out a bit. And if we can use my skirmishing cav maybe to sort of scatter them so they start skirmishing away and we don't have to worry then about them firing on my infantry, that would be quite ideal. Quite dry conditions, we'll do that, sure. And it's time for a nice battle. It seems to be pretty light nevertheless, thanks to the moon, no doubt. Okay, let's have a look. Reinforcements are coming in from this side. They're not going to be a lot, but every little bit will help. So what I'm thinking is to actually pull my army back a bit, so my reinforcements can maybe do a flanking action against them once they come onto the battlefield. So what we'll do is this. We'll have my marauders in the center, just to hold that line. I'm going to put them all into shield wall formation, just so we can actually have some protection against their javelins if they get too close. We'll put a unit of mailed axemen on each flank then, just to try and help out a little bit. These guys are more heavily armoured, so they should do okay in any battles we have to fight. Alright, the long axes can form up then on a flank behind them as well. The plan with these guys then is to basically get them to try and outflank the enemy's units and attack them from the rear. They've got a wedge formation, so that should hopefully give us a bit of a bonus. Although it does reduce their melee skill by quite a bit. I'll have to consider that. Alright, spearmen. We're going to swap these rounds slightly. So we're going to have on each flank a more larger unit of spearmen and a lower unit of spearmen. That way now we're not going to have a weak flank. They'll be about equal then. So you guys can come here. Let's swap you to around. So you guys can come along here. If they're bringing in their cavalry as well, that means we can just charge them in. And I believe their general, their king, actually rides a horse, isn't he? Yes, he does. So if we can kill off their king, that's going to help the battle quite a bit with morale. Alright, Mike. Harkin is going to stay in the middle. And again, we're going to have him on shield walk. And we've got my new unit of Hirdmen. These guys boost morale as well, so you guys are going to be nearby. And again, shield wall. Okay, that should hopefully work out. Archers, we're going to put these guys just slightly in front so they can actually take some shots, but make sure though that they can run back then as soon as the enemy get near. And then Eastman scouts, I'm going to put you guys in some woods over here out the way. That way then we should be able to march out and attack the enemy's skirmishers and that, and hopefully cause a bit of chaos to them. Let's pull them actually a bit over here just in case those cavalry spot me. There we go. Can we move them a little bit further this way? No, we can't get them out there. We can't really want to put them there. What about along here? Will this work? Looks like it. Okay. That's the plan. Let's go. Thank you, advisor, for telling me how to use my light infantry. Alright, here comes the rest of my force. So what's going to happen? The enemy now looks like they're marching towards us. And these guys are just basically going to fall up on one of the flanks, ready to just swoop around and try and do as much as we can. It's not ideal in the slightest, but as long as my troops can actually do something... I'll tell you what, you guys, anyone that's got spears and javelins, let's have you guys pull up so you're slightly behind here. Right, everyone else that's just come on apart from you guys. So let's do this. Take you off, and take you off. Everyone else is going to form up basically just over on here. It's not going to be ideal. I mean, there's very few of them in each unit, but I'm hoping that all of them together is going to help out. I mean, it might just be one unit of 14, but once we have 5 of them coming in, you're talking about 70, 80 men, and it goes up and up from there. So that's going to help things out a bit. Let's just keep an eye out on the rest of their troops, especially their king. I don't want their cavalry coming around the flanks and attacking my troops, especially like accent units now, which aren't really designed to take on cavalry. Especially these guys are quite elite cavalry as that, so that's going to be a fair bit of damage if I'm not careful. So in fact, speaking of that, let's move you guys slightly behind my spear line instead. Just so we got that bit of extra protection, you know? Now, it's not going to be much use, but I'll tell you what, all my archers, let's move you all so you're on the front line, in fact. Javelins, we can stay, they can keep here just behind the line a little bit. It's not going to do much, but you never know what 8 javelins can do. That might be 8 kills each time. So we'll do that. You guys are into position here. So we'll get ready to pull these guys back as quickly as when we need. And then we'll have them focusing mainly on killing off javelin men. Well, that's the plan. Although, to be honest, we want to ransom them back and get my tribute levels even higher. Let's have a quick look at this. Can we see? Yeah, they outnumber me by roughly 130 men. That's just something we have to be careful about. Right, they're not within firing range yet. We can't speed up the time any way soon. So we'll just leave them at that. You guys are still over here hidden? Yes, you are. Okay. I'll keep these guys... Do I want to keep them on skirmishing mode? I think I will. Hopefully that will push enemies, so if anyone does come back to try and catch up with them, like spear units or what have you, then at least we'll be able to have them retreat, so they're not going to get caught. Alright, they're coming closer. Come on. Well, hopefully it's going to be the other way around, that we're going to be taking them. But there we go. Troops in position here. We've got long axes in order to help out. Well, I might do, actually. Long axes. Let's have you guys come over to this flank so you can work together. That way then we can have all the reinforcement units in one side and we can have the 2 axe units as another. Just to improve our flanking ability a bit better. In the meantime, let's get ready. Are you guys able to shoot yet? No? I'm looking forward to when we can actually get hunters. That way then their range is extremely good. We'll be able to shoot at them by this point. In comparison to now where we just have to wait patiently for them to get closer and closer. Do you guys got... No, you don't have any armored shots or anything, do you? No. It actually reduces a thing. If we're going to shoot their cavalry, that would be more useful. Now we'll just stick with standard shot, I think. Alright, here they come. Alright. I can see the horsemen are coming around the flanks, so I'm going to have to be careful of that. Let's have them take some shots. I think I just heard someone shout, "That one nearly hit me!" Tell you what, let's pull you guys back now. Let's send this unit after these before they outflank me. There we go. Tell you what, let's use both spear units just so we can kill them off nice and easily. Okay, skirmishers, we're going to have you guys pull in now over to here. Any archers, we want you focusing on their archers here. So you guys to focus on them. No, stay back in the formation, stay back in the line. We don't want you getting involved in the front line here. Right. Okay, let's have you guys over here. You guys can focus on here. Let's get the troops now into position to ready outflank them. Alright. Okay, they're actually bringing the units in. Let's wait a minute. Let's pull you guys actually back out to the side here. Alright. Let's improve everyone's morale over here. Alright. Oh crap! Where did you guys come from? Alright, you guys need to go after them. You guys need to come in after these. You guys come over here, and everyone else can get in position and ready to attack their flanks. Alright, what's happening over here? Horseman, you're getting distracted, are you, by the enemy's general? I want you to come over here, goddammit. I'll tell you what. Let's have you guys come after these.
They flee before our might.
You guys come after these. Right. Spear units, where are you? Quickly, quickly, quickly. You guys need to come after these. You guys need to push forward now against their line. I know you're taking missile fire. This is why I'm trying to deal with this.
The men have been routed. They are
Who's
leaving the
routed?
field.
Oh, just one of my smaller units. Crap on a stick. You guys need to charge into here. Can you help out there? You're not fighting anything. Charge in over here for me. Alright, you guys focus against our unit of spearmen. The general is taking a few hits, but we're doing okay. Let's bring you guys around here quickly, quickly, quickly. Alright. And if we can charge into the rear of... Come on, get past them. Alright, what we got fighting up here? Javelin men. Alright. Let's have you guys if you're going to charge towards them initially, just so we can get some damage done. You guys focus on killing their king. Since you're here, you might as well use you for something more productive. Alright, you guys come that. You guys can come down here and do some damage against them. Let's try and focus this if we can do one unit at a time. Right, one of my units have started to retreat over here. Their king has started to pull back. One unit's broken through here. Okay. Who's turn and tail this time? Alright, archers. See if we can do something a bit more thing with your money. There we go. That's what I want to see. Enemy general is being killed. Okay, skirmishers, what are you guys doing? What on earth are you doing all the way over here when I've asked you to come over here and help out a bit? Tell you what, let's take you off that for the moment, just in case that's causing issues. Right, that's what I want to see. Fantastic. Let's have you guys come over here now in order to deal with these javelin men. I've decided to get involved in the melee. Long axes, you guys can come in and help as well. Let's have you pull up over here, in fact. Right. Okay, you guys need to pull in over into here. Spearman, let's have you charge into this flank over there. Archers, yep, continue shooting at them by all means. Right. Okay, let's have you guys charge into this unit of javelin men in order to kill them off. You guys over here. Ugh. This is not ideal. I don't want to hear my troops are running away from the battlefield. I want to hear that they're charging in and killing them off. Alright. Spear Raiders, you've now... Let's have you guys charge into here. You guys charge... Hang on. Archers, what are you doing involved in the melee? Get out there. Charge over here. Right. I thought for a second that was enemy archers. You guys fire into these. You guys... Let's see, let's have you guys charge into the unit of cavalry over here. You guys, let's get you involved in charging into these melees. Just to get that debuff to their morale. General, we might as well get you involved in the action. Let's just improve the morale of my troops a little bit. That's going to help things out. Okay, we've routed them on this flank. They're starting to break in the center. Right. Now we're not going to end the fight just yet, so I'm going to take advantage of my cavalry to basically try and kill off a few of their troops before they come off the battlefield. So how many troops have you guys got here? 21? Okay, you guys can come after these and kill them. Alright, what else have we got left over here? Come on. Horse boys, 16 out of 30. I tell you what, archers. Kill off those horse boys for me. I hate them with a passion. I want to see them dead. Alright, Spear Raiders, you've got 2 left out of them, 8 out of them. Okay. How did that battle go? We lost half my men. We reduced now to 567. But we managed to wipe them out despite the fact that they had higher experience, which in this game translates to them having better skills than me. The fact that we're playing this on very hard as well means that what should have been a slightly even battle has worked out pretty well. We didn't take too many losses, like I don't think we lost any of my units. So that was something. I think that's everyone we need to worry about for now. Yeah, let's just end the battle at this point. It was a close victory, but I'm gonna take that. Okay, did we lose any actual units? No, we did not. The enemy might have kept a couple, but they're going to be severely weakened for the moment. So that's going to help things out. Yeah, there's only 156 of them left. And we got 603 left. Did we manage to gain some people? See, some of my axe units did extremely well. Like this unit of long axes here killed 114 enemies. I mean, wow. I'm impressed. Alright, we could... I'm going to take on these warriors to get that extra 15% replenishment. So let's do that. We killed their King Flan. War Fever has increased because of that, so we're going to get that extra replenishment still. Yeah, it looks like now it's as if we didn't really fight them. Yeah, and a couple more turns and we'll be back up to full strength. Fantastic. So all I can really do at the moment, in my opinion, is basically hold Dublin. We need to make sure my troops get back up to full strength, and we need to weaken the enemy sufficiently that we can push forward. I may have to build another army, although to be honest, I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that, just because it means it's going to cut into my income quite a bit to have another stack. But we may have to think about it. Okay, that's everything we can do this turn, so let's end the turn. And we're going to see about ending today's episode. Oh, I didn't see that someone got him in rank. That was probably Harkin. Right. So what we got to deal with next time? Well, we've got the other full stack, which is right outside Dublin, which may be laying siege to us. Hopefully they don't. Maybe they feel a bit intimidated after the fact we managed to kick their overlord's butt. We'll find out. Oh no, they haven't decided to attack. They fortified their position instead. That could have some... Oh no, they've decided to retreat back. I'm just thinking, this could have some potential, because I could have my troops next turn actually just come out, kill off that unit, that army, while it really is reduced, and then still be able to retreat back into the center. I'm going to try it quickly. It doesn't matter if I'm a couple extra minutes. So if we can see, this is the 9 stack here. I mean, they do have some people back. But we will be able to fight this. So let's try and see if I can pull this off. So have them come up and attack these guys. Originally it's going to be bad, but we're going to do this and win it. So we've got the ranged advantage now. So I'll tell you what, let's just go for balanced. Right, that's that army eliminated. And what we're going to get, 7%, or we're just going, let's just ransom them off. Increase my tribute even more. Right, this increases it now up to, oh, we got +1 influence. -5 enemy morale. The church is now starting to make money as well. Cool. Right, we may have to push through though in order to get back to the city, so can we fight these guys? Okay, we've pushed them off. That's fantastic. And we're just going to pull back into the center. There we go. So now I'm going to end the episode. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching as always. And I hope you join me next time for the invasion of Ireland to continue. Something that I can share now with both my Total War campaigns. But for now, take care and goodbye for now.